Hi, this is Kathy Ireland for Your Home TV, sharing a special thank you for joining Dave Stevens and Troy Geary as the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show broadcasts live from the All-Star Game in Arlington, Texas, with continuing coverage the following week. We encourage you to please tune in with Dave and Troy as they go live from Cooperstown, New York, to cover the 2024 Baseball Hall of Fame induction. We hope you and your family enjoy the best of baseball this summer on Your Home TV.
Good morning. Welcome to the day 2 of our coverage for the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show from Cooperstown. There is a golf tournament this morning with all of the Hall of Famers, and it's a who's who of illustrious names in baseball. Jim Leyland's here, Joe Mauer is, Bert Blyleven, all kinds of people, and I had a chance to talk to many of them this morning before they teed off. Pudge, what are the butterflies like that he's going through about the speech and everything that this whole entire weekend
encompasses?
It's
only going to be the first 5 minutes. First 5 minutes, then it's going to be all right. I think they're all well prepared. I talked to Adrian a couple of days ago, and he's ready. Jim Leyland told me yesterday that he's going to be very nervous. He's not used to do that a lot. It's a surprise for me because he likes to talk a lot. But it's going to be nice. I think what they need to do is just enjoy the moment, just be there. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people there at the park, but it's going to be a special day for them.
And I know you guys miss the camaraderie. This is a very special week for you personally.
Yeah, it is. It's always great just to, coming from Texas, did a lot of work in the All-Star Game. I was there for a month. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little tired. I'm ready to go home and rest. But it was great. The All-Star Game was great. And then come here and be seeing the Hall of Famers again in the same hotel, and see Adrian and Mauer. Helton too I played with him. He's a good man too. And Jim Leyland is an honor for me to be there.
So pretty exciting weekend for your buddy, your old teammate, huh?
Yeah, this is impressive. He's right where he belongs, with the best in the history of the game. But it's really amazing when you think about how much time we got to spend together as teammates. Everyone who was in town was together last night, and it's a close group, and we're definitely happy for our good friend.
And we all knew, you as a teammate too, we knew there was something special right when he got to the major leagues.
Yeah, I think his ability to control his emotions, never being overwhelmed by any at-bat, any moment, the way he carried himself. You just kind of know when you're in the room, when you're amongst the Hall of Famer, and he's one of those guys that there was something special about him, and we're really happy that we got to be a part of it, and we got a front row seat to all of it. You had a great career. Now you get to be around these guys here in Cooperstown. Do you fanboy at all? Do you look around and go, oh, there's that guy, I grew up watching, I love him, Yeah, I was saying the first time I came out for Tommy, and when Jack Morris went in, I brought my dad, and we sat in the lobby of the hotel for probably 2 hours and just watched all the guys walk by. So it's still, even though they're your peers, they're still the upper echelon. It's the elite and the best of the best. So you get excited anytime you get in the room and see all those tremendous athletes and great players.
All right. So what does this week mean to you now that you are a part of this amazing family?
Well, you know what, Dave, every year it's an honor. Since 2011, when I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, to come back and see the reaction of the guys that are being inducted, and being, of course, most of my career in Minnesota. Very happy for Joe Mauer, happy for Todd Helton, I'm just happy for everybody. It's early in the morning, Dave.
And how about that speech? How tough is it to do that speech?
You know what? Joe lost his father, not too long ago. I lost my pops before I was inducted, and he'll feel his presence, and I think that'll help.
Well, it's great to see an old friend here, Goose. You excited to be back here in Cooperstown?
Oh, it doesn't get any better than this, and every year you look forward to it and being with these guys, and it's just, I guess the only word I can feel is and talk about is humbling. Very humbling, and to be a part of this fraternity, and the 1% of all the players in the world that have ever played baseball at the big league level, and to do it is you can't even comprehend it. So it's awesome.
And the toughest part of this weekend is the speech. I mean, do you remember your speech?
Oh,
and
my
who
God.
to leave in, who to leave out?
Oh, it was the first thing I thought about when I got the call. I thought, oh Jesus, now I gotta give a speech in front of all those people and all of those guys behind us. Wow. So yeah, it's pretty awesome, and I'm so happy for these new inductees this weekend and looking forward to it.
Provide, but he's had it for a long time. I'm sure it started with everything from his natural ability to his dad and all the things that he learned as a kid, but he was able to carry it through an incredible major league career.
Did you share that with him, kind of that slow pulse, if you will, in those situations? Do you see commonality with him in that?
It's hard for me to make that type of comparison. I just know that even when I saw him make the climb in the minor league system, I was in New Britain when he made his AA debut, and the first day, no different. Hit a couple balls over the third base dugout, just trying to make sure he didn't get too sped up. And by the end of that particular homestand, he was back to gap to gap, just hitting line drives all over the ballpark.
Is it overwhelming for him at this stage? I mean, even being at the hotel and all of a sudden waking up and seeing Hall of Famer walk by?
He might say it is, but I don't know if anything overwhelms Joe Mauer. There's just that calmness. I'm sure it's a huge deal. I'm sure he's going to miss not having his dad here, but just to share it with his family and all the people that are coming here from St. Paul, everybody from his old. My nephew actually was the shortstop on his high school team at Creighton, so I have a little connection with that. But yeah, it's just going to be something that I think everybody's just going to remind him to take it in. And this year's going to seem stressful, but it's going to be the most special Cooperstown weekend that he'll ever spend, and he'll be able to come back years to follow and enjoy the experience maybe on a different level.
Molly, did you give advice on his speech or anything to talk about his speech?
No, I'm one of those guys that tell people take as long as you need. I'm not, hurry up, we got to get going. It's like, this is your moment. Do what you got to do, and if emotion creeps into the picture, that's a good thing too.
All right, can you believe who we've already talked to this morning? What a great day. I used to watch a lot of these Hall of Famers when I was a kid, and now having the opportunity to talk to them, it's pretty surreal. But stay with us, because we've got the big list coming up with talking to Joe Mauer, Jim Leyland, Beltre, and of course Todd Helton. All the Hall of Famers going in on Sunday. You're watching Geary, Stein, and Stevens, and again, thank you to our wonderful sponsor, Serendipity Yachts and Cruises. We couldn't have done this without you.
Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events wants you to come party with us. We're bringing the fun to the Houston Bay Area. Stay tuned for all of our incredible events throughout the year, featuring amazing food and drinks, live entertainment, special guests, and so much more. Fun, new, different. Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events is where you want to be. So come party with us. It's more than a yacht. It's serendipity.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Melissa, and together we started Fresh Clean Threads.
For most of my life, I've worn a black t-shirt, and most were either too short, too baggy, or weren't consistent. Like most guys with a problem, I turned to my wife for help.
From our San Diego condo, using my years of apparel experience, we set out to make the world's best fitting t-shirt.
Since day one, our Fresh Clean tees were made to offer a flattering fit for all body types, be ridiculously soft and comfortable, and not break the bank.
And more than 1 million customers later, we still make every t-shirt with the same attention to detail as when we first started.
And what we've learned from selling so many t-shirts to people around the world is that while the perfect fit and feel are the starting point,
it all comes down to feeling confident and empowered to live each day fearlessly fresh.
Unleash your confidence at freshcleanthreads.com.
Welcome back to the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show. I'm in my own parade right here on the streets of Cooperstown. No, they've got them all blocked off. The big parade is tonight for all of the stars that are here. The Hall of Famers will have a procession that will go down this road and end up right in the Hall of Fame. The streets are packed with fans. They've already put their chairs. They started putting their chairs in on Tuesday. That's how big this parade is for this area. But we have had a great show so far. You saw the big names in the first segment, but I've saved the best for last. The Hall of Famers that are going into the class: Jim Leyland, Todd Helton, Joe Mauer, and Adrian Beltre. Had a chance to talk to him at that golf outing this morning. So is it sinking in what's going on here for you?
Yeah, it's a little hectic, and it's absolutely fantastic. But you got that pressure of the speech tomorrow, so you probably don't enjoy it as much as the guys that come back after their induction year. So, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's been absolutely phenomenal.
I mean, if you had to pick out key moments in your managerial career, I mean, are there some that come to just immediately?
Well, our first division title with the Pirates was huge. And then, of course, the World Series is the ultimate. And then pennants in Detroit 2 times, and especially in 2006, because we weren't really expected to do much, and we ended up winning the American League pennant.
If you walk through the halls and now you're in there forever, even when you're not here, you're going to be there. I mean, what does that mean to you to be such a special part of baseball history?
Well, it's nice because, your family members, your younger nieces and nephews and their kids are going to be up here someday and be able to walk through and see your plaque. I won't know anything about it, obviously, but it's going to be great.
And you get to be around, I hear so many people talking about the camaraderie they miss of the players and the managers. I mean, so this has got to be a fun weekend for you.
Yeah, it's a special fraternity. This is a tough place to get, and I'm so proud that I got here. I'm very humbled by it, and like you say, the camaraderie and to see all these Hall of Famers in the hotel is unbelievable.
Todd, has it sunk in yet what is going on here?
It's starting to. I think the parade today will help it sink in, but I don't think I'll feel the full effects until I'm up on the stage and get that daggum speech over with.
What does it mean to you to be a baseball immortal?
I mean, I don't think I am, but it sounds great. But it's an amazing honor. Just being around the guys, the other Hall of Famers, is it's quite honestly daunting for me because I looked up to those guys my whole life and played against those guys that are obviously great players.
Was there any particular moment or person that kind of stood out the most at the hotel and kind of interact with an individual?
Jim Cott, I was looking forward to seeing him, and I hadn't got to say hello to Rod Carew. I hadn't seen Michael Jack Schmidt yet, who I'm excited to see, but all of them, I'm very happy to be among them.
Todd, what have these few days been like since you've been in Cooperstown?
I don't think it's been as hectic as I thought, but it's now going to get hectic. So I actually slept last night for the first time, so I feel way better and ready for the day.
How's the speech? Are you ready?
I'm a baseball player, not a public speaker, but I'll do my best, and I practiced a lot. I do like my speech, so that it's very true and honest. So it'll be easy to say. I hope.
Talk about your family support, Todd. About them helping you throughout this speech and the weekend, being the center of attention.
They're my wingmen, my daughters and my wife. I'm not a talker, but they can carry on a good conversation. So I look to them to keep the conversation flowing.
How many friends and relatives have you brought up?
Well, a bunch. We have that party tonight, and we had 147 people RSVP for that, but there's a lot more coming.
Wow.
Both you and Joe played your entire seasons with one club. How special is that for you?
Nowadays, it doesn't happen that often, and I'm proud to be a Rocky. I do whatever I can do to help the organization, from here on out.
Tom, what does this mean to the people of Denver, the fans of the Colorado Rockies overall? That's what we thought.
I hope it means a lot, and I hope a bunch of them show up, and I'm excited to see them.
And your buddy Peyton couldn't be here. That's kind of sad.
Well, when you're hosting the Olympics, I think that's kind of important.
I'm trying to soak it in and enjoy it as much as I can.
What have these last few days been like in Cooperstown?
It's been great. The people have been great. The fellow Hall of Famers is being really welcoming to me. The weather is being terrific, so it could be perfect.
Big week for you. You were at the All-Star game with the draft and everything. I mean, what has this whole entire week been like for you?
It's been a little chaotic. A lot of things here and there, going up and down and doing a lot of activities and doing a lot of media stuff. But it's been good. It's been good. I'm trying to enjoy every moment of it and see what is going to end up being in this weekend.
Have there been any particular, conversations or Hall of Famers that kind of, stood out to you, or that you were, really idolized and had your opportunity to spend time with them?
I can't say two of them. I think that I got a call and then I had a conversation with Mr. Jody Bench, and he said some really nice, kind words to me, and he kind of just reminded me you should document what's going on and keep a journal, because you're gonna go so fast and you're not gonna remember things. So which is nice by him. And I had a nice conversation with one of the guys that I idolize, I think the best baseman ever played, Mike Smith. So we had a nice conversation the last 2 days, and he's like a kid in the candy store, being around those guys, and he's just being great.
Well, Joe, I mean, is it sinking in for you yet?
A little bit. Obviously getting here a couple days early definitely helps, maybe calm a little bit of the nerves, but I'm sure they'll be right back there on Sunday when I have to give the speech. But excited to be a part of this golf tournament this morning and take in all the festivities of the weekend.
I think half of Minnesota might be here. I see all these people walking around with Twins hats. You don't usually see that in Cooperstown.
No, there very well could be. That's the thing. Since the call I got in January, fans have been coming up and telling me they're coming out, and it's you're starting to see some Twins fans in the masses, and it's a lot of fun to see.
We're not used to seeing young guys go to the Hall of Fame. I mean, look at you. You look like you still gone slug a couple.
Yeah, well, I hit a different size ball now, so looking forward to playing some golf today. But just so happy to take everything that goes, take everything in this weekend that comes along with the Hall of Fame induction.
And the speech. I mean, you got to think about how many people to thank and who to not leave out. I mean, is that all going through your brain?
It is, and staying on time. Don't want to make the Hall of Famers out there disgruntled or anything, but no, I'm excited for it, and the opportunity to deliver it. It's a wonderful opportunity. I look forward to it.
So that was my morning. How was yours? I can't believe I got to talk to all those superstars and Hall of Famers this morning at that golf outing. I was especially happy to talk to Joe Mauer. We go way back when he was a New Britain Rockcat where I was in Connecticut. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for this morning. Continue to follow Geary, Stein, and Stevens on your home TV and all social media platforms. And I've got to go inside and get some swag because, well, I'm Legless Dave and I'm outside of Shoeless Joe's. So thank you to everybody that supports us, and especially Serendipity Yachts and Cruises and Events. Thank you. We wouldn't be here without you. So I'm Legless Dave. I'm going to head into Shoeless Joe's and see what I can find. We'll check you out later. Everybody's walking around. It's okay. Geary, Stein, and Stevens live, well, sort of, from Cooperstown.
Thank you for tuning in to the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show. Follow us on social media. Watch us on yourhometv.com, or now we're on Roku. Download it and watch us. And thanks for tuning in. Until next time, America.